going to finish the garden today. If not today, tomorrow. But the plan is, part 3, we're finishing the garden. We just went and picked up a bench that's going to be stained. Jude's going to stain that to match the trellis.
And not going to paint your face this time.
And he's not going to paint his face this time. We need to build the boxes that we're going to plant the rose bushes in for the trellis. And then we're going to stain and put the bench in there, finish laying down some weed barrier. I'm going to plant the last few rows. I did go ahead and put a lot of my started plants out this last week, but we were so busy that I wasn't able to put any footage together on that. Here we have to finish running some drip tape. I think that's it. Feed of chicken wire, we did get that done.
Bought the perfect amount of chicken wire, but then I had Brody use some for the goats.
Yeah. The bunnies did discover us, which they did discover us last year. So we did get by with that last year, but they discovered us this week right after I put my started plants in the ground. So we did go ahead and run the chicken wire. Then we are finished with our garden update, and then it just turns into growing and managing. But I'm very excited because that was a really big project this year, and I'm just glad it's finished and it's done. And next year it won't be so difficult.
Yes.
You know, it'll just be amendments and tending it, you know, things like that. But it won't be such a time and financial investment next year. So I'm very excited to start growing. So I didn't start any celotias. Picked up a few of these. That'll be really pretty to go in for color. Like each little container was $2. This is looking good though. Aren't you excited to go sit on this in the garden?
I'm so excited to sit on this.
Yeah.
I'll probably do schoolwork on this.
He'll do schoolwork. Well, I'm going to put it under a tree actually.
Oh.
The tree over there, and so it'll get shaded from about 2 o'clock on.
Dude,
Yeah. You're doing a great job. It's gonna look perfect.
Just in case anybody else's kids fight when you give them projects and you think they're abnormal, they're not. How's it coming? You happy about life, Jude?
No.
So I want to know what you think for the box steps. Planning on doing anything besides roses in them?
I am going to do beans this year.
In
green
these?
beans, just so that there is something,
Okay.
because the roses won't be tall enough.
Oh, I'm gonna put them 4 feet, like so that's the length
Yeah.
of this.
Okay.
But then this is like 24 inches of depth versus,
Oh, 18's fine.
that's what I feel like 24 is too much.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, 18's fine.
Okay.
I thought you were asking how tall.
They'll be a foot tall.
Cool.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I think that's great.
Great, because that's what I bought the materials for.
Cool.
So,
All right, perfect.
okay. All right, one of our 2 boxes done. This is just 6 1x6s and 1 2x4 treated. Little 1-foot pieces of 2x4 in each corner. 4-foot pieces of 1x6 on the side, 2 of them. And then 18-inch pieces of 1x6 on the ends. Just a little bit of overage on the bottom so I can use it to either hammer into the ground or level out the box. We'll fill it up and Keisha take it from there. All right, so here's how we're gonna do this box. I have 4 4-foot pieces of treated 1x6, 4 18-inch pieces of 1x6, 4 1-foot pieces of treated 2x4, all treated. Some leftover screws from my bathroom remodel and our impact driver. So hopefully I made pretty square cuts. So I'm just gonna make sure this edge is flat here and this is flat up here, which should then give me the beginnings of a square box. Same thing on the other side. These 2. Make sure the ends are lined up. When I did these boxes longer for our garden beds, I put a middle piece in I don't think I'm gonna need it for these though. And I'm leaving some off the bottom here just for leveling on the ground. All right, there's one wall. I'm gonna do the same thing again. Now we just put it all together. All right, so again, to make this square, I'm just gonna make sure this top is flat and the sides are flat. Put this first one in. And then just make sure this square cut, again, is lined up with the outside of this board. I cut this one a little long, so I'm gonna trim it. There you have it. 4 foot by 18 inch garden box. There you go, little pre-paint.
So you're going to fill it about halfway with the mulch, and then we'll put soil on top. Fresh beds are so pretty. Oh, look at that. So here we are, day 2 of this weekend of finishing our garden project. We just planted these little celotias, and in this box are going to be 2 climbing roses on each side that I actually just ordered yesterday. I didn't want to order them until this was built, just because I didn't want any damage to happen in that in between time with it getting hot in the greenhouse. It just made me nervous, so we ordered those. They should arrive this week, and they'll go in the center. And then around that this year, I've got green beans that are going to grow. We're gonna do the Kentucky Wonder in here. I actually just planted those along here. Yesterday, the boys knocked out moving half of this mulch to the compost that we're not going to need. They painted the boxes that Robert built, and our sweet little bench over here that I've already been enjoying this morning. So we have a storm coming in a couple of hours, and I don't think that we're gonna get everything knocked out that we wanted. We need to put drip tape over here still and finish amending these beds. But I think that that's it that we have to do that was on our goal list. So the last is just to plant these 3 rows right here. I've already put my starts in the ground for tomatoes and peppers. So I thought I'd bring you guys along with me while I do some of that planting. We'll see if we have enough time to get the drip tape installed over here when I'm finished planting. But for right now, I'm actually in the garden alone. Robert has the kiddos off somewhere, and so I'm just taking a minute to enjoy my sweet little bench and some coffee here, just trying to plan out where I'm going to finish planting everything. I can see enjoying this spot right here a lot. I'm super excited. This is my current view in the garden in this little spot. We think we're going to do a picnic table just right over here. We'll see. It's kind of, you know, a decision of would it be better use of space to do a picnic table or to go ahead and put in a few more boxes. I mean, we have a table right over there. Oh look, they're back. Things that I'm putting in the ground, these are the little celotias I bought yesterday. I put some in the little garden boxes, but I'm going to just disperse the rest of these and these somewhere in the garden. We have our green beans. These are the 3 I'm actually going to be growing. These are all bush variety. So the only climbers that I've got are going to be the Kentucky Wonder that I just planted in the boxes. The rest are the bush. So I'm going to give that a try this year just for space with the trellises and see how I like it. Then on the trellis, one row is going to be all cucumbers. So I've got several that are pickling cucumbers because that's what we prefer. We really love pickles. I love fermenting, canning. We just love pickles. We eat them all year. And so I need a lot of pickling cucumbers. We don't eat as many fresh, honestly, but this one you can do fresh. And then these two are more of like fresh eating salad like cucumbers. I love these. They're A, adorable. B, they taste so unique, really fun to throw in a salad, especially when you're entertaining. It's a great conversation. So these will be the cucumbers that we are growing. Oh, Olive sees someone. Olive, are you guarding? Oh, you see Brody? And then next that I'll be planting are the zucchini and summer squash. Now, this is just 3 varieties right here, but these are the only 3 that we really need. The Castata Romanesco, this one is really good for Texas because they're really disease resistant, and so that's why I'm growing them. I didn't grow them last year, but I've tasted them and I think I like them. So we're gonna give that a try. Typically we go for the Black Beauty, and then I prefer the straight neck for the yellow squash. While it looks like, oh, just 3, don't you worry. We are going to be growing a lot of squash. Between squash and asparagus, those are the top 2 vegetables that we eat. And then third would actually be green beans. So, which I know, legume, but those are the things that we eat the most of. I've got my dibbler and I have my seeds. I also have some little markings over there because I'm still getting used to what my plants look like as they grow. I'm gonna get started. Robert's adding the irrigation lines. I've been hand watering these. And luckily it's been rainy, so that's helped quite a bit. But I felt yesterday and I'm like, oh no, these need to be getting more water. All right, it's getting darker and darker. I'm about to take off my sunglasses and I'm almost done planting it. You gonna do it? I know, grumpy toddler. I think Glennon's got it.
Okay.
You got it? Here you go. Okay,
Yes,
thank
perfect.
you.
Good job.
All right, which melons are we growing? Hearts of Gold. I don't know how you say that. Charentias? Charentias? We're gonna do watermelon, just 1. And then these little Prescott Fond Blanc. These look so fun.
The pumpkins?
They say they can weigh up to 9 pounds. They're melons.
Oh, good job. So watermelon.
You're gonna use my Hori Hori. Have you used it before on that?
No.
You're just giving it a go? Okay. I don't know how sharp it is.
Actually, yeah, I used it on this one because
Oh.
these shears wouldn't work.
Nice. Oh, look, that's perfect. Another use for the Hori Hori tool. I'll link that. It's my favorite garden. Well, I really love my dibbler, but I use the Hori Hori more because the dibbler you only really use when you're planting. I'm gonna start with singulars and then we're gonna go back and add the doubles in places. Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, I'm just so excited because I think I've put all my plants I can that are going in pots in the pots. All right, well, thanks for hanging out with us this weekend. Robert ran to the store to grab something for me before the weather gets really bad. So I'm just gonna wrap up this video, but thank you for hanging out with us while we completed our new garden installation. I'm so excited to grow so much food. Now it's like, please grow, please be productive. The next video that we share about the garden should be our very first garden tour, which I'm equal parts excited and nervous about because you never know what'll be a success and what will be a fail. But I do know that either way, this year we made a big difference in what we want to do on the property by just installing the garden. You know, regardless of what we harvest and what we bring in, I know that it's just making the garden easier and better every single year. So thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you on our next video.